Okay, it's that fun time of year where Sting's TNA contract is coming up for renewal. So we get to again be inundated with the idea that Sting is going to jump ship and come to the E to take on The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Pretty much every year we get this going on. But now there's more going to it too. On Monday Night Raw they did a look back at previous champions. And they showed Sting. They showed Sting. They did some interview sections on WWE.com and asked people, who is the greatest superstar to never wrestle in the E? To be honest, people are going to say Sting. Sting has never wrestled in the E, thus making him the greatest person to have ever wrestled in the E. When WrestleMania was in Atlanta, people went, it's going to be Sting and Undertaker because it's Atlanta. It's the home of WCW. It makes sense that this is when Sting would come back. Sting will be together for the Hall of Fame. Now it's WrestleMania 30, and like it's the big one. It's 3-0. Sting's going to help take on The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Okay? Which brings us another bizarre point. Taker is 21-0. After next year, it's going to be 22-0. Does he stop at 30, which is the big one, or does he go to 25? It does seem weird that people are always pushing for Sting to show up in the E. To be honest, I've seen the interviews where Sting has gone back and said, you know, he was offered the spot and he was going to take on Kurt Angle, and it would have been in like the lower, like the higher teens, so it would have been in Toronto, but he just didn't work out. So now Sting, people still want to see him in the E. It'll be hard to say if he can have a great match with The Undertaker. It'll be a solid match. You can throw some great ring psychology to it, but Taker has slowed down a lot. Sting has slowed down a lot. You know, I've seen us make it into the E. I would love to see him just make it into the Hall of Fame. I think Sting being up into the Hall of Fame, being one of the only people to have never truly wrestled for the E, would be a tremendous honor when it comes to what he's done throughout his whole career. But seeing him take on The Undertaker, beyond the markout factor, I just don't picture it being that solid of a match.